So, the big question is this: how are successful professionals like us going to keep increasing our business success and yet still have a full, balanced, and vibrant life that we absolutely love? That is the question, and this podcast will give you the answers. I'm Dan Gentry, and welcome to Third Power Life Podcast. And good afternoon, everybody. I'm getting ready for my karate class. Got a big test coming up tomorrow, kind of my checkpoint. If I pass that, then I'm going to be allowed to test on the 27th for my black belt. We call it midnight blue belt, but super excited. Something I've been wanting to do for a long time. It's kind of been on my bucket list for a while. So, achieving one of those lifetime goals is always a really big deal. And one of the things that I wanted to kind of talk about for a few minutes while I'm waiting for class to start is there's a concept that the teacher of our class really likes. One of her favorite phrases is, how you do anything is how you do everything. And it's something that I found to be so true, not just in the martial arts life, but also in business, in personal development, and in everything. I remember listening many years back to Jim Rohn talking about self-improvement and how you when you're trying to improve yourself, you need to find something that you can measure. And he says, when I'm talking to kids, right, and we're talking about self-improvement, I usually start with money. And it's not that money's the most important, it's just that it's easy to count. And, the old maxim, what gets measured gets done. But he said, money's not the only thing. It's definitely not the most important thing, but it is easy to count. And this is where it ties in, that if you've got issues in money, we probably need to look at your cholesterol. We need to look at your health. We need to look at, your weight. You need to look at your spiritual life. So if you've got bad habits in the money world, those same habits overflow into every other part of your life too. And, I found that to be very much the case for me over my life. Is, the bad habits that I had that made me overweight were the same bad habits that were in my spiritual life, the same bad habits that kept me from performing my best in and because this is not my first time doing a martial arts. I've done it several times in my life, but I'd go for a few months and then life would happen, and I didn't have that stick-to-itness, right? And now this time, it's been 3 years, and it's been absolutely worth it. And that discipline in this one area has spilled over into many other areas. I've been overweight for a long time, right? And I was pushing 290, right? My physical the week after Thanksgiving, I was at 292, I think, something like that. And I'm like, well, I carry the weight well. I'm tall. I'm not that tall, okay? But the discipline that I've been instilling in myself in other areas of life has now spilled over, and I'm able to do that same, take that same discipline, and I'm now doing a keto diet. I'm working out regularly, not just in karate, but also in the gym, and I'm down 40 pounds. My clothes keep falling off because they're too big, which is a good problem to have. I'm gonna have to go shopping soon. Yay! Anyway, but it's the how I'm doing anything is how I do everything. And the getting really focused on my martial arts training has helped me with my business. I mean, if you're following me, you've seen that I've been posting far more regularly. It's because that consistency. How you do anything is how you do everything. So that's why I'm very excited, and I want you to be able to find that in your life. Find the habits. Find ways to start building your discipline. because discipline is a skill. It is not something that you're born with. It's not something that just that happen. You know, some people have it and some people don't. It's a skill. It's like anything else. You can practice discipline. You can build discipline. Okay, you know, find little things that you can do, little tiny steps. Right. I had a post earlier today that you know, what are the keys to success, right, in life, and the first thing that came to my mind is that making a successful life, having huge success in your life, does not come from doing giant important tasks. It really doesn't. It comes from doing small tasks consistently. And you know, for much of my life, that was infuriating because, you know, I am not a big structure person. You know, having a set schedule doesn't jive well with me. I like, you know, it's a free flow, just kind of generally do whatever you want to do. And let me tell you, that makes it hard. That makes it hard to have success and, you know, and create real lasting change, because it requires consistency. It's little steps. And that's why, you know, I've got my whole Power Rituals program, which if you haven't, there's another episode, look up Power Rituals in the podcast, and I've got, you know, free tools that can actually help with that, you know, kind of the project management things that I'm doing. I think you go to lifetriad.com/power to get those. They're free. Just some tools that I use to do that. But it's consistency, and those little things, you know, I've got a checklist that I do every day. That's 14 items that I have to do every single day, right? And me doing those, and, you know, I've got a chain now. If you ever heard Don't Break the Chain, it's, you know, kind of a methodology for, you know, consistency and doing things. But, you know, I've got this long chain of unbroken things, and now that consistency is spilling over into other areas of life, because how you do anything is how you do everything, right? So I just can't stress it enough. It does not take massive things to make a massive difference in your life. It really doesn't. So get out there. Start doing little things. You know, start with a sit-up. Seriously. Start with a walk around the block. You know, start with, you know, skipping one fast food meal, right? Find something, some little thing that you can do to make a huge difference. And it will cascade if you stay consistent. All right? So I'm going to go get ready for class, but until next time, keep living your life to the third power and get those good habits going. If you would like to find out more about Dan Gentry and Third Power Performance, then go to www.thirdpowerperformance.com. Take care.